Can you tell me about a near-death experience?
Sure, it's actually a story about my a buddy of mine. You know, he turned 16. He got his junior license. He was really excited for it, and him and one of his friends, they decided it'd be a good idea to go out, have a little car ride. Celebrate his junior license. He could drive. That's really exciting for 16-year-olds. And I like to say that he's smart. I like to say that they're both smart guys, but they just decided one day that they were going to go out and they wanted to drift. And what happens is that he actually props up over the side of the road, and he comes to this point where they realize that there's really no stopping the car. And there's a cliff, there's a 90-degree cliff, drop right there, and if they don't stop the car soon, I mean, that's it. They're dead. And they're trying everything in their power to stop, and somehow they got right in between a tree trunk, and another tree, like just perfectly. It was almost like that spot was just for them, and they somehow made it. They were if they had gone any further, they would have been dead for sure. Car would have rolled down that drop, and there's no doubt in my mind they both would have been dead. So, that's the real scary part of it. But then it gets a little dumber from here. So then they decide that they can't tell anybody. Of course, they can't tell anybody they were drifting. That's how they got into this situation. And they don't want to call AAA. He just got his junior license. It's gonna get taken away easy. So they're thinking about all the people they can contact, other than AAA, other than the parents that try to help them. And they had a friend who was a Boy Scout, and he came with this piece of rope, and they put it, they attach it to each of the cars, and their friends flooring it. They were flooring it. They're trying to fight it. Nothing's working. So they started to put branches down, and everything started to get traction to the cars. Nothing's working. And finally it pulls up somehow. Somehow it pulls up. It's crazy. And is the car pretty messed up? Yeah, Prius probably ain't doing so well, but it's better than what could have happened, with death. And it's also, at least the car is somewhat functioning. And, now they're trying to figure out a story to tell. Because you got a beat up car, you got that whole entire experience of trauma, like, bound to say something. So his friend decides to tell people that they swerved out of the road in order not to hit a bunny rabbit. Would I go drifting at 16? Now, I'll be honest. I don't really remember my mental state at 16. I'm sure I was, wild and stuff and crazy, a little crazy. I'll be honest, though. I don't think that I would have went drifting. To me, that just sounds like something that's a little too dangerous. And I wasn't necessarily living on the edge of life, I wouldn't say. It's a great I'm not going to lie, it's a great story. But